man. We've been off a week. Last week was well, no, it's just been one. It's been a little weird, but we're back. Don't
Are
do
you
that.
okay?
You got something on you here, but
What was it?
yeah. It's
No
it's it's bowl season. Whether you like it or not, we're going to the Liberty Bowl. At least we're going to a bowl, I guess. You can always look on it one of two ways, and why not look at it on a positive note rather than a negative note, Buck?
I'm trying my best. That's the one bowl I said I was not going to. I would rather go to the Bourbon Bowl.
And according to the text messages, you're not going, are you? You're not going, are you?
I'm not going. As of now, I'm not going. I may change my mind, but
I don't know if I'm
right
going
now.
either.
I'm drawing a hard pass on the toilet bowl in Memphis.
Yeah, I don't know either because there's a
Give us liberty.
There's a concert. There's a concert I want to go to.
Give us shite.
Yeah.
Jason Boland and the Stragglers are playing Friday night, and I'd like to go to that.
Oh, I love Jason Boland.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I've seen him.
Proud souls, baby.
I've seen him a time or two. My favorite time was when I seen him at Kane's Ballroom in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on Easton and Main.
Well, dadgum.
Got to hang out with him.
I have not been to that venue.
I got to hang out with him.
Really?
Because Cody Canada and The Departed were playing, and I was hanging out with Cody Canada on their bus.
I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah, it was a great time. But
what did you do on the bus?
No, just it's not.
Just what happens on the bus stays on the bus.
That's right. Tulsa, Oklahoma is a fun place to go.
Yeah.
Well,
I really like Tulsa. I drive through there, a few times a year, and it's really, really nice. I like it a lot better than Little Rock. It's about the same size.
Yeah, there ain't crap
but
to do.
It seems like it's a little bit cleaner downtown.
Yeah, no, it's not. I worked in Tulsa for a while. It's dirty. It's filthy. It's about the same.
Really?
I've only been there a few times, but
I worked there for a few months, so it's not clean.
Well,
I also did the Red Cross there, so I don't know. It was downtown.
Bad part. They've all got bad parts.
No,
you didn't go to
9 years ago.
You didn't go to Kane's Ballroom?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, come on now. No. It's nostalgic. You got to go there.
Now y'all been to Billy Bob's, right?
I've been to Billy Bob's on my bachelor
party. That's a good venue. That's a great venue. Maybe we'd go to the Billy Bob's.
Oh, that's good water
bowl.
Billy Bob's bowl. Well, I was kind of hoping we'd go to the. Is it Texas Bowl's?
I was kind of hoping we'd win more games than 6. That's what I was hoping for.
I wanted the Gasparilla Bowl in Tampa, or the Birmingham Bowl was logical. I mean, for the options we had with the 6 and 16.
To me, I see
there's about 3 options, and the Liberty Bowl was my last pick.
What's the bowl in Fort Worth?
Is that the Texas Bowl?
No, it's in Houston.
Oh gosh, man, don't get me lying.
The Stockyard Bowl. I don't know but I was hoping for Fort Worth.
Where's the Cotton Bowl at?
In Dallas.
But at Jerry's World.
You gotta be somebody to go to the Cotton Bowl.
We did beat somebody. Tennessee.
We beat somebody.
Oh, beat somebody. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not somebody.
It's definitely a featured bowl.
The last time we went to the Cotton Bowl was Bobby Petrino was the head coach. We won 10 games, regular season games, and played Kansas State.
Yep. I remember that. I remember that.
Yep. 2011, 12.
I think 2011 was a Sugar Bowl, right?
2010 was Sugar Bowl.
Okay, 10.
So it had to be 11 because 12 was the where all this shit started.
Yeah. Well, we always play these bowls like December 27th or January 1st. Well,
that's
or
a
2nd.
New Year's Day bowl. Yeah.
So it's right there on the verge of what year it is. So it always confuses me.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go to the Liberty Bowl just because it's right there. Even though you might not go and you might not go. It's a 2.5 hour drive. I might go. Coldest I've ever been was the 08 or 09 Liberty Bowl.
Alex Tejada kicks the field goal. We had Mallet on the team.
We were playing Eastern Carolina.
Was that Bobby Petrino's second year?
It had to be second year. First year, he only won 5 games.
Right. Then his second year, we played Eastern Carolina.
With Skip Holtz. Skip Holtz was the coach.
Yeah, sure was at ECU. Yeah.
It was freezing.
It was cold. It was cold.
19 with a wind chill of -7. I don't know. It was crazy. It was cold. I was hoping for a better bowl. Yeah, I was hoping for more wins. The couple losses that stick out to me that were really a gut punch was of course, the Oklahoma State game.
That turned out to be a real bad loss.
Yeah, it did.
The A&M. That's our worst loss.
The A&M game was, as far as close loss, that was the worst one.
I mean, in hindsight's 2020. You look at who did what.
The positive side of me,
the season, Oklahoma State's the worst loss.
The positive side of me wants to look at the scores and be like, hey, we were in most of these games.
Yeah, we competed.
Besides the Ole Miss game.
Yeah.
And the LSU
game. Those are the two games we weren't in at all.
Even the Texas game, we had a shot.
Most of the LSU game, we had
every other game we had a shot. That's the only positive thing I can really say about this season.
Well,
we still lost the game, so I mean it's hard for me to be positive about that. But
yeah, this is the season of what could have been and what should have been.
That's what every year is for the Hogs. It's every year.
Not last year. Not last year.
Pretty much every year.
This year on steroids has been the year of what should have, could have been. With the way the A&M game went down, the Oklahoma State game went down, the way the Missouri game went down at the end. Those are three games right there. We go from 6-6 to 9-3 in a hurry.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show of the razor thin line that it takes to
attention
be successful
to details
in the SEC to be an average in the SEC. Razor thin line.
Attention
and we were right
details.
there. We were right there.
A lot of that has to do with turnovers. We led the nation in fumbles lost. I've mentioned in text messages many times. And y'all are overlooking that. Y'all are saying it's not on the coaches. It's on the players. I believe that's on the coaching staff 100%. You have to harp that in practice every single day. Every time a running back carries the ball, a coach has to be in the ear, protect the ball. And I don't think they're doing that. They're obviously not.
Hold on to the football.
It's obviously not helping.
It does got something on the bottom of this.
Told you.
Sorry, I'm ADD, dude.
Are you here?
Squirrel. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness!
Squirrel. We had a not a heated debate or anything, but on our group text, we were going back and forth. We're leaning more on it's on the players, and you're saying it's on the coach. They practice Boston.
I'm not saying it's on the coach
every day.
I'm saying it's on all the coaches. It's on all the coaches. But what it boils down to, who's the head hog? Well, who gets the blame for? If we were successful, who would get all the praise? Sam Pittman would.
No, he doesn't.
But nationally he would.
T. Williams or Bob Petrino.
Nationally, he would get all the praise. So he deserves all the hate when when things don't go his way, and things aren't going his way.
I think with Sam Pittman, people for the most part has been skeptical because he never was a head coach before. They've always had the attitude, "Oh, well, prove it to me." Now he's a nice guy. He's a good offensive line coach. But nobody's ever really sung Sam Pittman's praises as a head coach. They're not. They've always had the attitude of, hey, prove it to me.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Do.
Rightfully so.
They still do.
Rightfully so.
Here's the deal. Here's what you have to say about Sam Pittman. He took this program at the lowest of the lowest, at the ultimate low the program's ever been, and signed up for a very tough task of taking over the university. We've been to 4 bowl games out of 5. Who would want to take that job? And, it's like I said today in the message. That's like you taking over a company, a $10 million company, turning it into a $100 million company, and then everybody at the company going, well, he don't know what he's talking about. He sucks. He needs to be fired. Well, hell, you grew the company 10 times over what it was.
But what it was in the dumps. We were the worst team in the SEC. We were the Vanderbilt.
You have to give credit to Sam Pittman instead of just making him this outcast.
I'm not saying he hasn't done a good job.
He's done a good job what he inherited.
He's done an okay job. He had one good year. Bowl games don't mean nothing. These crap bowl games, why aren't you going to Liberty Bowl game? It doesn't mean a damn thing. It doesn't.
And you may be right to some degree, but at the same time. And it doesn't mean a lot, the bowl game, especially because of the portal. People are jumping out. There's 21
You're
players before we even get a chance to play the bowl game.
Here we go. Let's talk about it.
Keep the portal closed until the bowls are over.
I agree with that. Which
this is ruining college football.
If you follow us on Facebook, I didn't post it on anything else other than Facebook. I mentioned that we've got a pretty big announcement tonight. And I was going to wait for a little bit longer, but let's just talk about it now since we're kind of talking about. I do want to ask you though, and we might come back to it, is at what point do you hold the players accountable? You're saying it's the turnovers is all on the coaches. When do you hold the players accountable? At what point?
Was it one player fumbling all those balls? No, it was multiple. It was everybody. Everybody. It was the quarterbacks. It was the running backs. It was everybody. Wide receivers.
Well, it was across the board.
That's off the coaching. It can't be on every single player. Who's in charge of those players? Who's in charge of the players?
Lost a couple, yeah.
JJ lost a couple.
Everybody lost a few. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't just like one player lost 15 fumbles. It was everybody losing fumbles, and that goes back.
But who are you blaming all the interceptions on? Because he's scrambling all the O-line. The whole time he's on the O-line.
See, we have to break down each interception for that.
When he wants to blame the players and when he wants to blame the coach.
I was painting a picture.
No. Like you can paint the picture all you want, but you have to break down each interception when it comes to that. What was the line protecting him? Did he have time? Did he make a good decision? Did he make a good throw? Was it on the wide receiver? Did it hit his hands? I mean, there's all kinds of factors that go into it.
I do hate that if it hits the receivers in the hands and he doesn't catch it and the defense intercepts it, that it goes on the quarterback.
I think
you'd
have to go and take the highlight if somebody, and I'm not this techie.
It's just like they do in baseball.
Take the 22 or 23 fumbles we had in a short little clip and go 1.
It was 26.
2 or 26. And take 26 small little clips of when they put the helmet on the football, or was they carrying the ball like a loaf of bread? What was the situational outcome of what made that fumble happen? And why it happened.
Same thing with interceptions.
The defense is punching
the players,
trying to punch the ball more than I've ever seen this year. 100%.
It's because they can't hit the players.
That's right.
That's the reason. They can't hit the players.
In NFL and college more this year than I've ever seen it before.
You've got from here to the waist to hit a player. From the chest to the waist. You got that target.
And also, what do they coach? Whoever wins the turnover battle wins the game. So you got that factored in of whoever wins the turnover battle. Plus, it's harder to play as a defender than it's ever been in football, whether that be college or pro. It's the hardest to play, especially out in the open field like a D-back or a safety. So, yeah, of course they're going to go for the football. They don't want to get a, personal foul or targeting or
Dustin,
horse collar.
We see you on Facebook. Sorry, I had to switch screens. Appreciate you, Dustin, for commenting. Yeah.
ODE.
Yeah, Dustin E. Well, that leads me to the big announcement. I want to let y'all know, and everyone, the world out there.
I'm kind of nervous.
I have decided through much thinking and
talking with God and your family,
talking with the Lord and my family, that I've decided to retain my position here on the Tuscaloosa.
He is not transferring.
I'm not going to transfer. Okay, so. That's the big
I will be transferring. I'm entering the transfer portal. I'm looking at my options.
I have talked LSU podcast.
I have talked with some coaches, and they said they're going to pay me more than what y'all are paying me. So I'm sorry.
That makes sense for you for sure. But
screw you guys. I'm entering the portal. I don't care what you say.
Well,
they done offer me some NIL money over here.
Is it a joke? Obviously, I try to drum up some some
drama.
Some drama.
Well, you made them watch because I didn't know what you were going to say. I thought it was going to be something serious, sad. I'm moving to the moon. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
I have been looking at land.
I've been looking at land on the moon.
I've been looking at land in Leadville, Colorado. That's where the Arkansas River starts.
Yes, it does.
I told you I want to live in the mountains.
I've stood across the Arkansas River.
Yeah. But
pretty
yeah, so
I took a leak.
But I used to sell cars to a guy. He took a picture of him pissing in the Arkansas River in Leadville, and his pecker was he didn't know, but he was like this, and his pecker, you could see his pecker, and he come to the dealership like, look, I'm pissing in the Arkansas River. This old guy.
Did you
Joe Dablock? His name was Joe Dablock.
Joe, if you're watching.
Joe,
keep the picture to yourself.
All right, so we've got 22 players in the portal.
Let's list them out. Let's list the ones that are important to us.
I've got a list.
Okay.
I've got a list.
Okay.
You're checking it twice.
You ain't. You're not nice.
You're naughty. So to me, the most surprising one, and I've told y'all this today, is Braylon Russell. That kid grew up.
No, he resigned, or he took it out of the portal.
When? Is he in
Just
the portal?
Here recently? No, he took it out, his name out of the portal.
Breaking news.
Yep.
Oh, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Maybe not here first, but you heard it here.
No, this is the first time I'm hearing that. Are you 100%?
I'm 100% positive.
This list, let me refresh, and he's still on here.
We'll see.
Oh, it does say it said it entered, and now he says withdrawn. Okay.
Well, Josh Bones over here, breaking news.
Look at, well, it honestly, when it,
so he's staying. Okay,
but when he went in, it surprised me the most because, like I was saying, that kid grew up calling the Hogs.
He probably seen his name blasted.
He went to Benton or Bryant for more playing time or whatever the case.
He played at Lakeside.
He
played at Hot Springs Lakeside. Went to Benton. We can speculate why did he feel like he'd make it to the playoffs by playing for Benton because they had a better team, and he didn't want to play for a team that may not. To
me, who cares high school? That's been going on.
Or was he handed some cash?
That's been going on for years. There's a kid.
That's my question.
There's a kid from Greenbrier that played quarterback and left Greenbrier and went to Texas because he was going to get exposed more. I mean, that's been going on since you were in school with Alma and Greenwood and all those title towns. I don't care about.
I had some inside knowledge today. I want to say this.
Right.
My friend told me he has a friend that told him that the way this is working now is they have an outside source. Let's say, for instance, Lane Kiffin has a friend that's not affiliated with the school, and he plays the middleman to talking to these players. And basically, this guy goes and does his research of what each school is offering this player and get basically a collected pool of information of what his top dollar is. And then he reports back to said coach. I use Lane Kiffin as an example, and then they know where they are. It's kind of like in a construction bid. When you find out what the lowest bid is in a construction job, and they say so and so's bidding $60,000, so and so's bidding $50,000. Well, you know what the bid because you know what the bids are.
There's tampering, 100%.
You have to have
and then the coach has
that's one thing.
The number he knows he's got to hit. If the player's being offered 150, all Ole Miss has to do is say, "Hey, we'll give you 200 or 170." And they're already making more, and they know they're offering more than any other school.
Yeah, 100. There's tampering.
There has to be something
100%
done here, and I've got a couple ideas. I've not heard one idea mentioned. I think maybe they should be able to, somehow tax this money. And if they do transfer, tax them even more. Every time they transfer, they get taxed an extra percentage, extra 10% off their money. That'll prevent a lot of players from wanting to transfer. And also, just because this team is paying you a little bit more, if you leave, you're getting taxed more too.
Yeah, I don't care what the amount is. This is the way it has to be structured to me. It has to be incentive-based. It has to be incentive-based. The better you do for the team, the more your stats are, the more you'll get paid, and you can find a pay structure for that, where it be on a pyramid structure or whatever.
To me, it needs to be milestone structure.
Then it has to be on a time structure. If you sign this contract for this set amount, you have to at least be here said time. And then you open yourself up to where you can go anywhere you want, but you have to fulfill your contract. I'm not talking a 4-year contract, but I would like to see somewhere upwards to 2 years or at minimum. I mean, it's already at a year, so you have to go over a year. I'd like to see 2. And then their senior year, after they become juniors, they have open portal.
I like.
But freshman and sophomore, they don't need to be going boom, boom, boom. Yeah, they need to commit to a school and stay there for 2 years.
That, and then with what happened with the Metcalf brothers, I mean, just like if y'all saw on Twitter,
TJ was a huge loss.
It was kind of going around. They went to Wright's Barbecue on Friday, picked up their check, and then entered the portal on Monday.
Yeah,
I mean that's bull crap. That to me that's just that ain't right.
I don't think anybody would say
that's right. Also, the contract, if there even was a contract, wasn't written properly. You got to make them an employee, or at least having your contract. They
basically are an employee of the university without being one.
Exactly.
So
they're 1099.
They can go out and
they're self-employed contractors to the university.
They can go out and do whatever they want.
Wait for a year or two to come out with all these 18-year-old kids making all this money and have no idea how to file taxes. Probably don't even know that they got to file taxes on it. and all this stuff happens where they've got all this money. Now they owe all this money to the government, and they don't know what the hell to do. That's going to come out, I'm sure.
There's no telling what's going to all hit the fan in the next few years and all this. Because it's not regulated. It's just wild, wild west. Twilight
it's not regulated because the NCAA can't regulate it. Because every time they go to court with someone, with an athlete, they lose.
It's going to take the universities, the presidents, the fans, the coaches, all kind of realizing that we've gone way too far in all this, and we're going to have to throw on the brakes and pull the reins back and really put our heads together on how this needs to be, because I think everybody's getting fed up.
It's got to be contracts.
It's got to be contracts, and you got to have it's got to be a year, 2 year, 3 year contract, or whatever it may be, and there has to be a penalty for you going against that contract, breaching your contract. There has to be a penalty against that.
Well, there's not right now. The NFL is a good product, and what do? They have a players association. They have a PA.
Yep.
And you may have to develop that in college to where there's a players association, a board that's voted on, that's there to represent the players. That board goes into negotiations with the NCAA and the universities, and they all figure out what all needs to happen. But something's got to be better than this, because this is ridiculous.
It is.
Everybody's fed up with it.
Everyone's fed up with it, but I heard this on the radio this morning. Ratings are up. Why is that?
I heard that too.
Why is that? Ratings are up. TV ratings are up. Everyone's hating this, but ratings are up. So it doesn't make sense.
Ratings are up as in how? Like here recently?
Well, the last couple years, the TV ratings are way up.
People tuning into the game.
Tuning in,
that's what I was trying to say. Are you saying like the last 6 weeks?
Dustin
the last 2 years. The last 2 years,
we should make it like the
last 2 years.
Military.
They have gone up. TV ratings for college football have gone up the last 2 years.
Yeah,
and I looked it up. They have, percentage wise, a couple percent.
Well, until the people that are writing the checks stop writing checks, it's never going to get better. And I think you're right, and it needs to be capped. I think you're right. There needs to be clauses and contracts and penalties and
for
you're missing this part of it is the incentive-based stuff. You have to get players wanting to do good by their school, by their university, by performance on the field to inspire them to go, hey, if you show your butt right here in a good way.
Same way with a job. I mean,
exactly.
If you do go get hired on a roofing company and you're throwing up, roofing, you're doing it way better and faster than the next guy, you deserve a raise.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Well,
should be that way.
It's getting away from, like, let's say KJ last year. He's like, I'm making the same amount. Well, we go 3-9 or 9.
Driving to the game in a Bentley and ice on his wrist.
It's very easy as a young kid to get that mentality and to get that type of attitude. So you have to structure in a way to where you're making them want to do good, beat that next guy out, win your starting position, and then, show what you can do on the field.
Yeah.
And then you'll make more money. But we're not just going to hand it to you. It's kind of like, what truck do you take care of the best? The truck you were handed at 16 by your parents or the one you pay for now?
Exactly.
Which one are you going to take care of better?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same kind of deal. They're just being handed money and be like, well, you can fumble 26 times and you still get,
Well, it's just like Jimbo Fisher. You fail, and he's getting paid $75 million to fail. I mean, I think it's got to be across the board. Shout out Scott. Tennessee just beat Miami 75-62. I think that was the score.
Man.
Tennessee, yeah, 75. But there's got to be across the board. You can't have these. And I think
how bad did we beat Miami? It was about the same amount. Wasn't it?
It was about the same.
It was about the same. But you can't have these big contracts
at
anymore.
Miami too.
And I think I said it, I don't know at what point in this whole deal, but the dynasty coaches are over. You're not going to have any more long-term contracts. You're not going to have the big buyouts anymore. And I think that's good.
Yeah.
You got to regulate it.
You remember back in the day, there used to be a penalty. What was the penalty if you transferred back in the day?
You had to sit out.
Exactly. Why did they stop that?
They thought it was too harsh.
It's
on
not
the player to ruin his career or basically make his career take 2 steps back.
That just makes makes the decision you make when you're 18 years old that more important.
We beat
make
Miami
the right decision.
I agree. I like the way it was before than the way it is now.
We only beat Miami by 3, by the way.
Maybe keep the way it is now. Let them get paid and however much and no contracts, but still have that penalty of if you transfer, you got to sit out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe that'll stop.
So do you think Yurachek, now with all this stuff going on, I mean, I've seen this because, people are stupid and slinging stuff out there on social media. Do you think there could be a possibility where Yurachek comes back and does fire Sam Pittman?
I think
if he goes another year of 6 wins.
No. I'm talking about now.
Oh,
I'm talking about right
now.
No,
he's already came out and said he's not. So there's no way he's going back on that.
Yeah.
You don't think there's any?
I know. And I said I wanted a cheeseburger tonight, but I ate pizza. It's like you could change your mind like that.
Yeah.
Things change on the daily in this game.
He ain't changing.
This is the real big dog stuff. This is SEC football.
Yeah.
And if Rhett Lashley, if it was let known he was be willing to leave SMU, now I don't think he is. They got a lot of money in Dallas, a lot of big corp in Dallas paying NIL stuff for SMU. They're in a really good situation. But if he had a dream to come back home and play in the best conference in college football, which is the SEC, and had an end to coach at Arkansas, then Rhett Lashley could be our guy. But if we can't get Rhett, nothing else makes sense to me at this moment other than sticking with Sam.
That'd be a home run hire probably.
It would. Obviously, I think it would go a lot better than the last one. But man, do you think Rhett would want to come? I mean, that dude's about to play in the college football playoff.
Well, see, now he's a new proven coach. He from Arkansas, played at Arkansas.
He's proved himself to me.
He's now proved himself.
He's in the playoffs
here of recent, because nobody probably knew who Rhett Lashley was. Majority of football. Now I knew because I knew he came on with Malzahn.
Yeah, he was
in 2004.
He was a GA with Malzahn, right?
Well, he was backup quarterback for Arkansas.
Yeah.
And then he was a GA in 2006. And then, of course, he's made some few stops here and there. Auburn UConn, and now SMU. Maybe it was Auburn, UConn, back to Auburn, and then SMU. But he's just coming on the scene as a head coach, but he's opening some eyes. Bringing SMU to what was they, the 12th? Were they the last team in?
9th, I think.
I thought SMU was 12th.
What do y'all think about this playoff, about these 10, 11, 12, 9 seeds getting buys and stuff just because they won a conference championship?
If you win your conference championship,
you deserve that.
You're in to me. You get.
Do you think they're better than these teams that aren't getting buys though?
It doesn't matter. They
but
won.
I think you should be rewarded for winning your conference.
But it should be.
SMU
I heard
11.
I heard this.
Okay, I thought they were 12.
So the NCAA tournament basketball.
Clemson.
That's right.
The NCAA tournament, like basketball, it should be that way. Just because these smaller conference champions make the tournament because it's an automatic.
It's the Power
bid.
Four. It's the Power Four.
But it's smaller than these other, Big Ten,
Four.
SEC. I mean, come on, man.
Well, now I'll say this.
Power Four. It's the one.
Do I think a 3-loss
SEC
SEC team? Do I think a 3-loss SEC team is better than
SMU? Absolutely.
SMU, yes.
Absolutely.
Do I think they're better than probably who was the other small school that
Indiana.
Boise State?
Indiana.
Well, Indiana's Big 12, but still, Indiana even. Now Indiana was pretty good.
They would get creamed
but
against
I think
any
if
SEC.
they played an SEC schedule,
exactly, they would never make it.
They'd be about like Arkansas.
8 wins, 9 wins would be a good season for them.
They'd be a 6 to 8 win program like we are.
Yeah. I like it.
Which makes me think Arkansas might think about getting out of the SEC.
No. We've got so much potential in other sports outside of just football.
Right, exactly. Basketball, we're doing great in. I know we haven't won.
What's your revenue making school? Or
baseball, we're tops in baseball in SEC, right?
It made a hill of beans to what football makes.
I know it don't.
Football is like 80% of our sports revenue.
I know that.
But so if you're basing your decision on the rest of the sports on whether we stay in the SEC, look at SMU and Boise State.
Look at our track program.
We need to go over here. We might be able to make the damn college playoff. We ain't going to in the SEC unless we have a really, 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 really good
new coach. Let me rephrase that. We won't make the playoff unless we get a new coach.
Dustin's got a comment on here that talking about Georgia flipping with Texas after Georgia beat Texas in the championship. He said, I don't think Georgia should have flipped to 2 after the SEC championship.
I don't either. But they're Georgia. They're going to
Georgia, and they beat
we
Texas.
Should never
twice.
leave. Dustin said we should never leave the SEC.
They beat Texas twice.
Yeah.
First time it wasn't even close. Second time it was a game.
Yeah, I agree. We should never leave the SEC. I mean, the SEC's done so much for Arkansas. There's no.
It was the best move that we, in my opinion.
Right. It'd be the stupidest move we've ever made.
I think we joined in 92.
In 91 or 92, somewhere.
So, I mean, to me, that's
our revenue would go way down. Way down.
I think just many people would buy. Where's our revenue from? The fans.
No, TV.
Well, there's be just as many people tune in. I promise you. Just as many people
ratings.
tune in and just as many people buying Razorback stuff.
What I think needs to happen
is more fans going to watch a TV game against Alabama, us against Georgia, us against Tennessee, us against Oklahoma, us against Texas, whoever it may be, or us against Indiana
TCU.
or TCU. I mean, come on, Kansas State. Are you really arguing that?
Or do you want a shot at the college football playoff? Do you want more people watching the Hogs?
You're talking about
no.
I'm just arguing your point about revenue. I'm arguing your point about revenue.
We lost Oklahoma State. They're big. We could argue that, Big 12. I mean, we could.
Yeah, but that's just one game. I'm talking a week in, week out basis.
It was another close
we're
game. Lost.
There's no argument. If we went to the Big 12, we would probably win 8-9 games.
Here's what I think should happen. Yeah. Are these like Clemson, Texas? Where is this being played at? Is it at Texas?
It's a home game for one of them.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
It's at Texas.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like that. I like that format where it's a home game. It's a home game
for the
better team. I like that.
But then it goes to the bowl game.
But that's what I don't like is the conference championship.
Yes, it goes to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, the Rose Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, the All-State Sugar Bowl, Cotton Bowl.
There's no way in heck.
The Cotton Bowl is the
the next round.
Let's go through this. Arizona State has a bye. Are they better than Clemson?
No, but they
are they better than
They're
Texas?
better than Clemson,
are they better
but
than
they're
Tennessee?
not better than
Are they
Texas.
better than Ohio State? Are they better than Penn State? Are they better than Notre Dame? Georgia? None of those teams are better than.
Salty.
And they got a bye.
We know that.
Okay.
That's
the fault in the system. The better teams should have the buys. But then, which one are you going to pick of the four?
Here's how I look at it.
Which one you want
it doesn't matter. These conference championships are going away. They're going to go away. Y'all know that, right? They're going to be gone. Here in a couple of years. They're going to be gone.
I may agree.
I agree with you on that. But here's the thing. Right now, the format is if you're the conference championship, you get a bye. Guess what?
I hate it.
Win the game.
That's
Just like Nick Saban bitching about Alabama not getting in.
Alabama's won two.
Alabama's win the game. Don't lose to.
It's a great point.
Don't lose to Oklahoma.
It's a great point.
Don't lose to Oklahoma. Okay. You want to have not
Alabama's won two national championships.
Any discrepancy, win
without a conference championship. They've won two national championships.
Okay.
So what's the point of these conference championships?
Let's see how many they win in this format.
I agree.
I'm telling you, this format right here is a gauntlet. You got to win 4 more games if you're one of these teams to get in here.
Which I don't agree with, because these teams are better than them, and they're they're going to be all tired. Against
take my point right here. You name 4 teams that's probably better than Arizona State.
What are we doing on the 21st? All these games are on the 21st. I mean, this needs to be a holiday.
College football extravaganza.
Yeah. I mean, this needs to be a holiday.
But no, take my point here. You name 4 teams that's probably better than Arizona State. So here's what muddies the water is picking the 4 that's going to take its place, because you can make an argument for each freaking one of them.
This was the path of least resistance for the committee.
What makes it clean cut and doesn't muddy the water as much as you just take the conference champions and you give them the ball.
But a lot they're hearing all this. They're hearing all this from what I'm saying. A lot of fans think like I do, like it's BS that they do get a bye, and all these teams are having to play, and they're better than Arizona. They're better than Arizona State.
On the cast.
So
Maddie!
Clemson and Texas are going to be beating each other up, and then they're going to go play Arizona State. What if they get a big old injury during that game? I mean, that's going to kill, and Arizona State wins because of that. Like their quarterback goes down.
Well, that's every game.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. They're playing an extra game.
Then why do you play Appalachian State your first game? You could lose your starting quarterback.
Oh my!
Come on.
They take them out. They take them out. It's Appalachian State. These are 2 college football playoff teams. They are best of the best.
And if you get hurt, you get hurt.
I'm just saying, not only hurt, but tired. They're going to be physically exhausted.
That's why I said
win more games. Win your conference championship.
When you're in the SEC, you can't do that. That's what I'm saying.
That's why we don't need.
That's why we're going in circles now.
Let's just go right back to what I said earlier.
I mean, it's hard to win an SEC championship.
I'm not even talking about for Arkansas' sake. I'm just talking about the format that it is right now.
Arizona State comes in the SEC. They win maybe 8 games. Maybe.
I mean, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
You're probably right.
I know I'm right.
But guess what? Every dog has its day, baby, and that's what makes it great. It's just like March Madness when a 12 seed beats a 2 or 3 seed.
Every dog has its day.
No, listen, it's just like March Madness.
I put my name in.
What do you live for? Do you want to see UConn and Virginia and Kansas? Who's other good?
Where you transfer to Big 12, Big 10
Do you want to
team?
see them win? No, you want to see Vermouth come in and win the first round in the round of 64. You want to see that.
I understand y'all's
You're
points.
seeing that here, too.
I understand y'all's
This
points.
is giving that
What
opportunity.
if Boise State wins this whole dang thing?
Exactly.
And everybody's going to be like, oh, my God. Holy cow. We done talked all this smack about it.
They can come out of left field and win it. That's exactly what the structure is.
And I do like that.
That's what's great about it.
First off,
you can't put 64.
Boise State's going to have to go through Georgia, so that's not going to happen.
Carson Beck ain't crap. I'm sorry, but Carson
Georgia.
Beck is not the best quarterback.
I'm sorry. Is Georgia good because of their quarterback?
But by the time you get to hear it, your punter may be your quarterback.
It could
That's
be.
what I'm saying.
It very could well be. And that's
Punter / quarterback.
We're already throwing 3 more games into the season for them.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, by the time you make it to there, you're already throwing 3 more games.
But they want this. They don't care. As long as it exists, put your punter in as your quarterback. Who cares if the product sucks? It's
I'll tell you.
What are these
it's all about the
comments?
Benjis.
I tell you, special teams who's got a D- or F is your Cowboys last night.
Oh my gosh, you see that?
I'm not affiliated with the Cowboys.
Hang on. Let's roll this sleeve up. Let's see what's on this arm.
I'm not affiliated with the Cowboys this year.
Well, yeah.
I'm boycotting
He
my
said,
tattoo.
Who?
Hey, how about my Rams though Sunday?
Yeah. Josh Allen, first quarterback, and what did I send y'all? First quarterback to have 3 touchdowns
and 3
rushing and 3 passing touchdowns each,
and lose the game.
What is that?
That's that Bills motto.
But go back to what you said. Stafford outplayed him. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Not at the end. I told you that. I said he's going to get more yards and all that and have a better QBR because they're trying to go down and score.
They didn't outplay.
Well, here's the deal. This is what I want to know.
Rams outplayed the Bills.
When it comes down to the Chiefs and the Bills, I'm just like, no, I'm going to be pulling for your little Bills.
No, here's what I want to know.
Oh, God.
Why did I not get the memo on the Arkansas pullover?
We're an
sent
Arkansas
an email.
podcast. So.
We sent the email.
Well, dang, I run out of Arkansas crap. I've worn about 20 different
Who
things.
cares? I wear this more than anything.
This is the second time I've wore this.
Yeah,
Don't tell me you're aware of a shirt one time and putting the dirty clothes.
No, he's wearing one shirt one time and throwing the trash. It sounds like.
I'm like Carrie Underwood. You can never wear.
That's what. Hey, did you hear that about Jelly Roll? He wears one pair of socks and throws them away.
What? Jelly Roll does that?
Because he said his feet stink so bad. I saw that on. Heard that.
Yeah.
Wow. I bet he's a big boy. All right. We're trying to wrap this up because the basketball's about to start. So,
yes, sir.
Another name that kind of surprised me, but not really, is Zadania.
Okay,
he was very.
I called it.
This guy's a track coach
I called
at A&M, right?
I called it.
Right?
Yeah, I know. I brought that up.
He's probably going to A&M.
I brought that up when we played A&M, but he's a Fayetteville. That's another kid. Grew up calling the Hogs, but I get it for him. He was he was severely underutilized last year.
He believes he's better than Green, and I think he is too.
Talking about Singleton?
Isaiah.
So you're talking about Satania.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Singleton. He's still there.
No, he left.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you were talking about Singleton.
Let's make this short and easy.
Yeah.
True or false? I'm going to take the true or false.
We got to do questions.
Oh, yeah. Let's hurry up.
Okay.
No, but true or false, this is not questions. This is just a list of
Oh.
Tell me if they matter.
True. False.
No, listen, shut up. Tell me if they played significant minutes and they actually matter to what we plan to do next year. Okay. And I'm talking, let's judge.
You're going to go through the whole
harshly.
list, right? 21 of them.
Malachi Singleton.
Yes.
Isaiah Satania.
Yes.
No, Malachi Singleton is no.
Yes, because of what if Green goes down? He's pretty important. I would say he's a big
We signed
loss.
a 4-star recruit this year.
Two
4-star quarterbacks this year.
I understand, but they're
maybe better than
freshmen.
Singleton.
They're freshmen. I understand that, but they're freshmen.
And they're 4-stars.
And you could go
Singleton
freshman,
Singleton has had playing time, and he's proved himself to me and you. You were saying on
I like
podcasts
Singleton, but
you
he's
like
gone
him a
now.
lot. Okay,
He's gone now.
He's gone now, but you're
So you're
asking
saying
true or
true.
false.
But
Yeah.
what's yours on true or false?
And, this
False.
is if he played significant.
This
Is it going to have an impact on us next year?
On us next year.
Singleton,
True or false?
false.
Satania.
True.
Davion Dozier.
True.
I would say false.
True.
Jaden Wilson.
False.
False.
Luke Haas.
True.
Ty Washington.
True.
False.
No, I say
False.
true.
False.
False.
Kyle Washington.
He was like third string tight end.
False.
I thought Washington was the.
He's the one that got kicked off
He's
the
one that
team.
got kicked off the team. He was like third string tight end.
Yeah,
So
false.
that's false. Varquise Gums.
Man, I liked him. Oh.
I would say false. Patrick Kudus hurt half the year.
Hurt after the year, part of the
True.
suck ass offense.
Just because he was hurt doesn't mean he won't make
Joshua
an
Braun.
impact.
False. One of the worst
False.
offensive linemen we've had.
Amari Wiggins.
False.
L.A. Stein.
False.
False.
Nico Davier.
False.
Davier.
I'd say yes. That one hurts.
That one hurts.
That one's to me hurts us on defense the most.
So what about the Metcalfs?
The-
You didn't name either
He's-
Metcalf.
I'm going down
Oh,
the list. Carson Dean.
Give me my dang.
False.
Man.
Alex Sanford. False.
False.
Jalen Braxton didn't play but 2 games all year. False. Dallas Young. False. T.J. Metcalf. Yes. Tevis Metcalf. I would say no.
I don't know.
And Dylan Haas, which I don't.
A lot
even
of
know
these
who
guys
Dylan
are
Haas
young
is.
guys, though.
So how many trues do we have? 6
Yeah, 5 or 6.
out of 20.
Davier, because he's another Arkansas kid.
I know there's a couple of them that sting. I'm not saying there's not a couple of them that sting, but I'm saying you break this down, it ain't as bad and the sky ain't falling as you think.
How many players play both ways? Not both ways. How many players, offense and defense total? 22, right? Plus a
Who's
couple.
here?
22
I will
starters.
say this. 2 main losses on offense was Satania and Haas. The defense would be probably Metcalf and Davier. Those 4 hurt real bad. Those sting deep. But the rest of these sons of a guns,
What are you doing? I'm listening.
I think I went out, didn't I?
No, I hear you.
The rest of these sons of guns, we can do without. We can figure it out.
Is Hudson?
I'm not
Clark
saying
falling off the team?
we've had some huge losses, but
Yes,
I'm
Thank
not.
God.
He's a senior.
But we are leading the SEC in transfers, right?
We're leading
So
the
far-
nation in transfer.
Nation? Okay, even worse. So
As far as who's entered
come
the
on,
portal.
man. There has to be a reasoning for that, and it's not money.
It's not over.
It's not money. I know it's not over.
Surpass us.
What's
It
Newton's
just started
law?
earlier
What
for
is
us
Newton's
than the
law?
rest.
What's Newton's law?
What comes up must come down.
Yeah, that's what I was
Or
thinking.
Murphy's law.
The
Murphy's law. What
Newton's
what can't
law
go
is
wrong, will
gravity,
go wrong.
right?
no, Newton's law is for every positive, there's a negative, right?
Oh, maybe
For
maybe
every
that's
pot
one
of-
too.
So this is a negative.
Don't
So
ask
that
me.
means
Not
there's
for
going to be a
Arkansas.
positive.
Not for
We're
Arkansas.
gonna get
For every
players out
positive,
of
there's
the-
2
We're
negatives.
going
for
to get
Arkansas.
players out of the portal.
Spunk.
We're going to get players out of the portal, and we're going to go.
It's called hog law. For every one positive,
it
there's
is what
2
it is.
negatives.
All right, can we move on to basketball?
Yeah,
Because-
the game's about to
That's
start.
questions.
Let's
That's-
go.
Yeah, questions, and then basketball real quick, and then let's go. Call
Let's go.
Hogs.
Okay. I'm hoping y'all can be quiet enough to let me ask you some questions. All right,
We're muted. We're muted.
okay. All right. Who has the most 3-point field goals in Arkansas history? Is it A, Rodney Clark, B, Scotty Thurman, C, Pat Bradley, or D, Al Dillard?
Rodney Clark.
I'm going to go with the shooter, Pat Bradley.
It is C, Pat Bradley. Caleb 1, Buck,
0.
Goose Egg.
One question. All right, let's go.
Most wins Arkansas basketball has had in a season, including postseason play. A 31, B 33, C 34, D30.
They won 20.
And I will give you a hint.
33.
This is our 94 national championship
Okay,
team.
I know. So
33.
Hang on. 34.
It is a 31. Most games we've ever won in the season. Yeah.
I thought we won 30 or 28 games that year.
Isn't regular season 32? And then you got to play 64, 32, 16, 8, 4.
I don't think it's 32.
Well, anyway,
back
you
to
can fact check
my math wouldn't have math anyway. So go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think you were mathing at the end there.
Greenbrier.
All right, oldest bowl game in college football, existing bowl game in college football.
Rose Bowl, easy.
Is it A, Citrus Bowl, B, the Cotton Bowl, C, the Rose Bowl, or D, the Bourbon Bowl?
Granddaddy of them all, baby, the Rose Bowl.
Rose Bowl.
Okay, you got it. All right. Is true or false?
Come on, man. That's too easy.
No, true or false? Did Grandma get run over by a reindeer?
False. She got
That's true. Grandma got ran over by the reindeer.
So you say false?
I say true.
It's definitely true.
Oh man. Dang.
Yeah, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. Walking home Christmas Eve.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Bug don't know that.
What kind of nuts were roasting by the fire?
Chestnut.
I was going to say that.
It took you too long.
No, what? That was a quick answer. Come on.
Y'all were both like,
All right. Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2? Which one's better?
Oh, gosh. I'm always a fan of number 1 on everything.
Me too.
But I love number 2.
I know. So for me,
that's tough.
I think I like 1 better, but more quotable is 2.
Yes. Yeah.
More like one-liners. Except for on Home Alone. Best quote on Home Alone 1.
I've never seen either.
Yes, you have. If you stay the night at my house.
I'm putting Buck's name in the transfer portal.
The best line, in my opinion, on Home Alone and Dragon and Herb and all my buddies will attest to this is when they're scouting the house.
I've seen bits and pieces of them.
Like,
I've never watched the whole thing.
Some guy named Snakes.
Some guy named
Snakes got blown away. He's like, Snakes. I don't know no snakes. To me, that's just the best line in Home Alone 1. All right. Hogs and the Wolverines.
Michigan.
Oh.
At Madison Square Garden in New York City.
New York City.
No, love it.
How many times have we played at Madison Square Garden? I'm gonna say
not very many. I'd say this is our first
They play
time.
tournament games there, so we might have played a few tournament games.
That's what I'm saying, in the tournament, yeah. And then
we were talking about this before you got here. So with Most, we played in the Maui Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
Where else? You said Atlantis? I don't remember.
Atlantis,
yeah,
Battle for Atlantis. Battle for Atlantis.
That's right. And he said we've played in the Jimmy V Classic before.
We've played a few years back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. We played the Jimmy V.
Where was it at?
I forgot.
Say we played North Carolina State.
Where was it at?
I think at NC State.
Well, it
was at a venue, Jimmy V Classic.
I don't know, but you can look this up. I know we played Jimmy V Classic.
Yeah. Well, Michigan's a 4 right now. There are 4. So Bet Saracen, I looked earlier today. There were 3.5 ESPN. Bet
it's 4.
It's 4.5 right now. No. Sorry, it opened at 4.5 and it's at 3.5. Over under is 148.5.
Shows there's more money on the Hogs they thought that.
We win this game, we'll be ranked again.
Yeah, we got a couple. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
I mean, well, Michigan's 14, so yeah, we beat.
We win this game, we'll be ranked again.
We're 8-2 after this game if we win.
Yes, if we win, we're 8-2.
I like being ranked like 24th, 22nd.
So, what's y'all's predictions for tonight?
I'm gonna
go ahead.
I'm gonna say Vegas is probably pretty spot on this. I really hope to win this game, but I'm still kind of a little skeptical of us coming together. I think we can put it together.
Matt,
but
what?
Limousine and a pizza on a Home Alone 2. Yes, sir.
And a pizza. Well, I like the word when he comes out with a tongue. You better pray to, you're low down something.
Get your keister off my lunch.
Yeah, that's
you better pray to your low down, no good, dirty, rotten, pig stealing, great.
Get on your knees and tell me you love me.
Yeah.
So again, I said this against who did we play? Illinois last time.
I love you.
We have better guard. Y'all are crazy.
You got to do better than that.
Y'all done? Y'all done?
Golly.
Love you, Matt, for doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. You put our brain in a whole other
score predictions for tonight. And
score
then come back to what
you
were
you
saying.
didn't let me finish.
Well, y'all still.
I'll say Vegas is on. I'll say 81-77.
Who?
81-77.
Us?
Michigan?
Hogs.
I'm going. It's going to be a low-scoring game. They're going to be nervous in this Garden, I think. Defense might prevail.
It's not an actual garden. By the way. You said they're going to be nervous in this garden. It's not an
Madison Square Garden.
Just trying to make a joke.
All right. It wasn't funny. Anyway, so I'm looking for hopefully Boogie will have a good game. Thero will continue to dunk on everybody. And hopefully Z hits some threes. But I'm relying on our guard play to be better than their guard play.
We're going to have to.
So I think we're going to win 67-65 in a close one.
Ooh, close one. I agree, close. I'm going 76-74. Hogs
Y'all
on
want
top.
a defensive battle. You're not wanting to score.
I just think it might be for playing in a big venue like this. All these young kids,
we got to establish.
They're going to be trying hard,
but
they're going to be nervous.
We got to get down low. I think with these guys, they can shoot.
Yeah, they can.
Michigan can shoot.
That's what I think. I don't think we've guarded the perimeter very well all year. We've got to.
One thing about Arkansas that I've noticed about basketball thus far is if a team plays zone against us, man, the zone is our kryptonite.
It's because we have such a young team and they're so new. They just came together. Even the older ones. I mean, we all just meshed this together at the last minute. So,
you know what would help? I hate to say this, but Joseph Pinion with Arkansas
he killed Memphis the other day.
He's done good at it.
He's a spot shooter. That would have helped with this zone problem we got because you kick it around the horn a couple times and you find him when they don't rotate right. And
we got plenty of shooters, though. He's
a shooter.
We've got plenty of shooters.
He can knock them down.
Well,
we're missing him this year.
Yeah.
Did you give your score?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I said 76-74 Hogs.
Well,
cool. Hey, great show.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's fun.
That's fun. Great to be back at it.
Hope everyone
next time send me the memo on the outfits.
Well, just wear something Razorback, you'll be all right.
Well, I'm talking like red.
I'll send my carrier pigeon that way.
Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for the interaction. The fan interaction tonight was great with Wes. Wes, we didn't get to his on here on this screen, but Wes is a Oregon native, so he's kind of pulling
Oregon State and Oregon sucks. Beavers and Ducks.
That was great.
No, seriously, we need to start talking about going to.
No, I'm rooting for Oregon
Bowl and having an episode.
You said you're going to Florida.
Well, I may change.
It's been 50 minutes since we had this conversation.
Well, this made me change my mind.
I want to have a show at the hotel. Before
that would be cool. Yeah. I didn't think about the hotel. I was thinking
stay a Thursday.
You take
Friday?
your Starlink or your internet, your Elon Musk
internet, and have it at the game,
and set it up, and do it at the game by the stadium.
No one could hear us. The crowd.
Well, we don't need to hear us.
Man, let's have a podcast. No one fucking hear us.
It'll just be an extra.
No, I think we set it right by David Basil and company.
Hey, Baz, get over here.
Baz.
No.
Bring it,
Roger
Doyle
Scott. Roger Scott.
All right. Hey, go Hogs. Appreciate everybody. Let's go. Let's go win against Michigan. Appreciate it.
Go Hogs.
Go Hogs.